Paper towel's handy because this does get messy. Individual pieces like so. I tend to put the thicker pieces towards the back, nearest to the heating element. Even though I'm going to rotate the trays around, I said the bulk of the time I put the thicker pieces towards the back. Also, it's better to leave a good space between each piece because the more airflow it gets, the quicker it turns into jerky. Open up each piece so that they're flat. You don't want any curls on them. So that's what a tray should look like. Nice and spaced out. Air can flow optimally between each piece of jerky. It can get a little messy. You can wear gloves if you want. Like I do, I put down this wax paper. I'm doing this in the garage. It is August and it's about 90 degrees outside. And this thing gets up to about 155 degrees. So if that was running for 6 hours or so in your house, it would be like having a space heater on. You can do it out on your back deck if you want, but I think flies may be able to get in these little holes. Could do it inside in the wintertime, which I do because it heats the house up. It makes it smell amazing. I did it extra thick this time, so it might take 7 hours instead of just 6. I've had it take up to 8 hours before. So it really all depends on how thick it is. I'm gonna turn the heat up all to 155. Make sure the back of it has ample space for air to flow, and you're good to go. Every like 2 hours, I would rotate the trays around. It's been about an hour and a half. Ooh, looks lovely. Right now, I'm just turning them around. Another hour or so, I'll rotate the top one to the bottom. Because right now, the top one has the thicker cuts. So I'm gonna leave them up there. It has now been over 4 hours, and some of the thinner cuts have already dried out. The thicker ones might need a little bit longer. So the smaller, thinner pieces are done. The thicker ones, like this one right here, have a little bit of fat in them. It'll take another couple hours to be safe. Coming up on 7 hours now. Like I said, the thin ones take like 4 or 5 hours, and the thick ones can take anywhere like 7 to 8 hours. Marinated definitely makes them take a lot longer. You can see on the edge of this one, there's still some fat glistening. It's just gonna happen. A little bit of fat that is in there will glisten. Need a paper towel to dry it off. But these thicker pieces, let's see how they feel. Still feel a little juicy, but if you're going to eat them in the next day or so, you're alright. I wouldn't leave them in a jar for longer than a day or two because they will get rancid. But if you're going to eat them soon, they're safe to eat. I eat them all the time. As you can see on the right, we have the jerky that I cut across the grain, and on the left is jerky I cut with the grain. It's two different textures and they get a different feel in your mouth while you're chewing it. The left is admittedly harder to chew, but it's more satisfying. If you're hungry and eat that, it kind of like takes more time to eat, so it's more filling in that sense. Whereas the other one, you can chew it in a couple seconds and then you want more.